Here I am back in Dallas. So first thing I gotta do is do some grilling, some barbecuing. Had to meet with State Farm guys about the Elvis room here, the Dallas house. They got damaged in the snowstorm. Check out these steaks, man. I did a video. You go back and look on my channel on this thing, the Inferno grill. Yeah. This little broiler gets 1,500 degrees. Nice. So the house is like a total mess because we're moving, you know, getting things packed up. And we had this huge damage here from the ice storm that happened. The pipes froze. I did a video on this, you know, a month ago. State Farm just came out to look at this, to assess the damage, figure out, you know, what we're gonna fix. My Elvis suit that I had hanging up in here. This is a true B&K Aloha suit. You can see how damaged it was. It was covered in water and insulation, and you know, these suits are like $3-4 grand. And I have it on display as part of my Elvis stuff collection. And, you know, I love the old world style of this place. You know, if you notice, the ceilings in here are this hand-turned circles. The wallpaper in this room is amazing. And I actually found a roll of this wallpaper up in the attic, and I took it to Vegas, and we were going to do one wall with it. But the wallpaper is about 30, you know, it's about 40, 50 years old. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. But there's some crazy cool wallpaper in this room. I mean, you could see some of the texture. So we got to get this whole room done and the whole thing upstairs so we can get this place ready to sell it and get moved out of here finally. The place is in shambles, you know. It's just like the kitchen is all just stuff piled up, and you know, it's going to be fun moving this jukebox. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, my steaks are burning. Let me get out there. Yeah, man, the Blackstone griddle, it's how I live. It's a lifestyle. You know, when I saw the Vegas house has a built-in griddle just like this right in the kitchen, 24 by 24 griddle right in the kitchen, I flipped. I knew it was the house for me. It's good. Nice movies. Great. Every time I turn on the TV, man, there I am. They love me on Pawn Stars. They've been rerunning this episode. I've been on there 4 or 5 times, but they run the Proton Pack, the Time Machine, the Sports Almanac. I'm on the Christmas special, the 80s special. They play this all the time, and I get tagged on it from all over the world. They play it in like 100 countries. They've been rerunning it for years. Pawn Stars have been very good to me. Well, I made it back to the shop. Back to Monday morning again. Nose to the grindstone. No more Fun Vegas time for me. Back here in Dallas. Just got this this Delorean delivered. And I haven't even seen it yet, so let's check it out. So I bought this car on eBay. The dude had it listed for like 45 grand, and I offered him less for it, and he took it. And one of the things that's been done is they repainted the bumpers, but they painted over the black. This has to be completely redone because this is all just wrong. This is wrong, this bumper. And, you know, this car up there is a car in production, but we put it on the back shelf because we're working on another car right now. And we have to repaint those bumpers. So we've sanded them and primed them. And we're going to paint those bumpers. And we're going to have to repaint these as well. And, you know, the car looks like the grain is in good condition. You know, it looks like it's in physically good shape. Just these bumpers are, you know, that part of the bumper should be black, which I get where he's going with. It's kind of cool in a way, but it just looks weird. People want the car to look original. Let me take off my glasses. Let me jump inside and catch you. Okay. All right. Let's see. These seats could use a little refreshing. That's a fuel baffle. That's weird. That's not in the car. The stainless steel kit from Delorean. Yay. I think we're going to have to replace the seat covers. There's starting fluid in here. That scares me. That battery is way too small. Okay. That's not good. Oh, wait, there's no headliner. What is this? Hey, did you see the headliners in here? Oh. What in the ever-loving F? Yeah, they took the fabric off and then they like sprayed bedliner on it or something. These cheap-ass people do this stuff all the time. You can buy a brand new headliner set for $450. Brand new from the factory. It's a sport. Look at this. Good Lord. Let's get the... Will it start with the jump starter?
Yes.
Wait, what is this? Gasoline propane. Wait, what? Gasoline propane. What is that supposed to mean? What the... Ugh. What in the hell is that? What the fuck is that? This is not a Delorean part. What is that? You say this thing run? You drove it in here?
Yes.
Did it idle?
Yeah, the idle set really high.
Really?
Just need to squirt of starter fluid just because it don't have an intake on it.
Well, here, hold this up. Yeah, if the thermotime switch isn't plugged in and working properly, which is right here, that tells this to squirt fuel.
Okay.
And if that's not working, there's an easy way to test it. We can take the plug off the warm-up regulator, which, Jesus Christ. We could take this plug right here and put it on there, and it should squirt gas, and then that's how we could test it.
Does that fuel line look original, or does that looks like
what?
So I'd be kind of worried about that.
Okay, we need a stainless steel fuel line kit. It's got the original Bosch. I mean, look at the rust on the coil. I'm sure that's a what the what? I'm still baffled by this thing. I mean, I guess this is part of the propane. I tried to do but where I don't see a propane. Is there a propane thing in the trunk?
They probably didn't complete it. You can see like a manifold that's made out of PVC pipe.
What is that? What the hell? What? Oh, wait, there's a thing going under here.
Yeah, I don't think it was completed. I guess it was attempted. But I think...
Where does that go? Oh, they're trying to put that on top of the intake.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying that's PVC pipe?
Yeah, it's plastic.
What? What in the ever-loving... I have never seen some bullshit like this. There's a hose going down there. Is there something under there?
Just makes around the tire. I guess this was just going from that regulator to the...
Oh, yeah. It's like on a... Oh, I see. This electronic valve is what they wired into that switch to open it up and open up the propane. I don't think you can run propane and gasoline on the same system, can you? I mean, I know I got a propane... They make propane kits for generators, but you have to physically change something.
Yeah.
Well, where were they going to put the bottle of... Oh, I see what they're doing. Right. They had it right here. What the... Oh, okay. Look at what they did. All right, I'm figuring this out. It's too dark in here to see. I don't know if you can see on camera, but they made a place to put a propane bottle and lay it in here like a barbecue grill bottle. What the hell? You ever seen some shit like this?
No.
This was not disclosed when I purchased it. You gotta be kidding me, man. What? This is some unbelievable shit. What people try to do to these DeLoreans to try to get them to run and whatever. Yeah, look at the size of this. Yeah, because that shouldn't be there. That screw. That doesn't go. Yeah. What in the ever-loving hell? Okay, I gotta have a word with this dude. We got a problem, Houston. But you say it runs, huh?
Yeah.
I see this kind of stupid stuff all the time because, see, the DeLorean is a fickle beast. If you let the thing sit around for a while, the fuel system goes to hell. And what happens is people up in the north, they'll park the cars for the wintertime. Then they come out come spring and the car doesn't start. So they try to solve these problems all kinds of ways. They try to do fuel injection. They try to do carburation, all this other. And this guy was trying to cobble together some kind of a propane system, which actually would be probably a great thing. You just wouldn't have any range. I mean, you wouldn't be able to go very far, but if you just wanted a Sunday driver, I mean, a can of propane only holds a couple of gallons or whatever, so you wouldn't be able to go very far, but it probably would work. I mean, I'm sure it would work. I don't know how that would affect the engine, but we're gonna have to try to tear all that stuff out, reverse it. We're gonna have to doll up that motor a little bit, repaint these bumpers. You cannot get a cheap DeLorean nowadays. Those days are gone. You gotta pay, I mean, DeLoreans are selling for 40, 50, 60,000 bucks all day long. I've never seen anything like this. The car has good bones. You know, it just needs like new headliners, couple of new seats, repaint those bumpers. Cosmetically, we'll have this car, we'll have it looking beautiful right, in no time. It won't cost me that much money. But when you start fiddling with the electronics and the fuel system, so I think probably what we're gonna have to do with this car is we'll probably go ahead and order a fuel system for it just for the hell of it, you know, because I don't trust what's been done with it. So we'll probably order new fuel pump, sender unit, stainless steel lines, new seat covers, headliners. You know, the thing is this is what I try to tell people. You go try to buy a car for $30,000 in today's market, you're gonna spend $10,000 on that car, right? Even though the car like runs, it has to be up to our standards. The cars that we sell are premium. They have to have good interiors. They have to be solid. And even a solid DeLorean is a car that you can't trust. I tell this to my customers. We build rolling works of art. The DeLorean is not a reliable car. It just isn't. It never will be. There's gonna be all these DeLorean people that are pissed off at me, but I've had over 40 of these cars. I've been doing this for 15 years. And even my own car, which we put tons of money into, I took it out the other night in Vegas and it overheated on me. It's just, I am never shocked. I'm kind of shocked, but the things that people do to these cars is stupid. So just leave them alone, please. Leave them alone. All right, so turn the key on. I'm gonna see if I feel the injector buzzing. Yep, it's buzzing. So that means it's pumping fuel, or it's attempting to. Let's try to start it. There we go. Wow, it's like straight pipe. Woo! It's got bad gas. That's not a high idle, it's just a looping idle. It should do that until the warm-up regulator kicks in. This thing right here, I feel it buzzing. There we go. See that? All right. Ooh, what the hell? Did you check the oil in it? I don't want to be revving it up until I know it's oil. Actually, it doesn't run bad at all. It's running a little hot, but you know. Check that micro switch there. See, it's probably not pulling down and hitting that switch. So like spring isn't tight. So if it's running high, it needs to return back to that. That switch activates the idle control and will lower it. So probably we just need to tighten the springs. Really, it's not that bad. It just sounds weird because it doesn't have a muffler. It's got low masters on it. It shouldn't be this loud at all. So we need to, well, we'll work on this later. We got other stuff to do, but it runs. How was the clutch?
It runs around.
All right, well, it's a little sluggish, but I'm concerned about that backfire. That's a little weird. But that may be because we left the key on and it has a like gas. Wait a minute, what is that? Oh, I know what this is. Okay, never mind. No, that's part of the mount for the breather, and he just stuck a thing on it. Okay, I know what it is. All right, I got it. Yeah, let's kill it. It's actually idling great. It's all hot rodded out. Man, people messing with DeLoreans. People just need to leave them alone. Says the guy that destroys them for a living. Back here in my office, I was going through the mail, and I got a package from somebody who sent me this bottle of Woodford Reserve, and there was no description. I mean, there's a name on the package. It came from some kind of concierge company. If you're a viewer and you sent this to me, let me know who you are. Mention the name that might have been on the label. I don't know. But there was no note attached or anything. I have no idea what this is. Sometimes fans send me stuff. So somebody sent me some bourbon. I'll crack this open later, maybe. I got dressed in the dark in a hurry. I put my underwear on backwards, and now I feel like I'm wearing panties. At least there's a flap to let the farts escape. Also, a big shout out to my buddy, the car wizard from Hoovie's Garage, who made these Videobob stickers for me. He made some for himself and stuck them on all the stuff in the shop, and then sent me the roll of them that was left. So I guess what we'll do is I'll set up something. I'm going to put together some kind of a little gift package for Patreon subscribers. If you go to my Patreon at Videobob, get joined up on my Patreon. But I'm going to set up something where I'll maybe put together a little package where I'll send people some stickers, some guitar picks, maybe some other things. I might randomly start mailing my fans some, maybe my old Fendi belt or some old Prada shoes or something. I'll just mail you my old stuff. Because people are sending me things. They're sending me bottles of liquor, stickers. So it's the YouTube community is really fun. So thank you, Car Wizard, for that cool prize. I'm going to enjoy those and stick those on things. And also thank you, Jordan the Lion, my friend he lives in LA, he lives in Florida, and he's in Vegas all the time. We went out to dinner the other night, had a great time. And also with our good friend Eric. I'll tell you all about Eric later. Anyway, let's see, what else is going on? Oh yeah, by the way, I was opening up my extra. I got a couple extra awards from YouTube, because I bought extras, and I was opening it up. And apparently I got this one from Lost Moments. Lost Moments, I got your plaque. And I think Lost Moments was the guys in Germany, the Trimax guys, I think, that got my Videobob plaque. Remember I had to post a video about that? So Lost Moments, I got your other plaque here. I've contacted YouTube for them to pick it up. And they haven't got it yet. I still have it. Maybe I'll put it on eBay. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just kidding. But I need to get them their plaque, and they need to get me my other one. Little mix up there. No big deal. But, whoops. More stuff. So people have been asking me, hey, where's the Rolls-Royce? Well, it's back home. It's been at my buddy's private garage for the last 2 months, having fuel issues. Fuel rail wasn't showing full pressure. We had changed out the high pressure fuel pumps again. He thinks the injectors are bad. You know, it has 12 of them. It's a 12-cylinder. These are BMW Bosch diamond-tipped injectors. He says they're several $100s a piece. We got to change out all 12 of them. Could have some blockages in one of the fuel rails. I gotta be honest, I just drove the thing back from Plano, which is about an hour drive. It accelerated up to 100 miles an hour, no problem, just on the acceleration ramp. I wanted to see if it would gun it, and it would. Ran pretty good. And the thing about this car is it's so quiet and it's so smooth that even if 2 or 3 cylinders are missing, you can't tell. So the check engine light hasn't come back on after it's been reset. It's showing improper pressure on the left fuel rail system. We're gonna see what happens. We may end up having to change out all the injectors, because he told me that you should never just change 1 or 2 of them when they're worn, because then you'll be dumping too much fuel out of just those compared to the others, and that you should change them all, which makes sense. The car has almost 60,000 miles, or almost 70,000 miles, I think, which is high mileage for a Rolls-Royce. These cars don't usually get used that much. Most of the time you see one of these cars, they got maybe 20, 30,000 miles on them tops. That's high mileage for a car like this, because the kind of people that own them, they generally don't daily drive them like I do. I daily drive this car. It is my daily driver. And so for the last couple of months, I've been driving my Excursion. I've been driving my police car in Vegas. I've been driving the Monaco, and I've been missing my baby, and it is filthy. This poor car's never been this dirty. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. No, it's so dirty. There it is. Yeah, you can see it now. So yeah, we definitely need to clean it. It's so filthy. Gosh. But I have missed this thing so much. It's so gorgeous. If you're one of my new viewers, you may not have seen some of my biggest videos that I have on this channel, which are all about working on the Rolls-Royce. When it comes to complicated stuff that requires a computer, that's usually out of our league. This guy has the type of computer, a dealer BMW computer, that can get into this thing and make modifications. Like, for instance, if you go back about a year or so when we changed the shocks on this car, you have to program the shocks and set the ride height on them. You can't just change the shocks because they're air shocks, right? You have to tell, like when you put new ones in, when we put them in, the thing was just sitting flat on its wheels. We couldn't figure out why it wouldn't rise. And he says, oh, well, when you change them, they're coded, and it knows that there are new shocks in because they have different, module numbers, and you have to tell them where to sit. What? Crazy stuff like that. So literally everything on this car has a module and has to be talked to by a computer and be told what to do. And the unfortunate thing with that is, like, if you don't have this software and these cables and these things, you're not doing anything. You can't just work on this car by yourself. You can if you have that stuff, or you know a guy. Luckily for me, I do. And I know what some of you dickheads say in the comments. Oh, you buy a Rolls-Royce, you can't afford to fix it. Can't take it to the dealer. You're a wannabe. Look at you, you're fronting. Listen, the reason I can afford a 15-year-old Rolls-Royce and drive it around as a daily driver is because I'm smart. I bought this thing as a salvage auction. Got it for like under 60 grand. And I have friends to help me fix it. If I took it down to Rolls-Royce, they charged me like $250 an hour just to look at it and, to fart in the trunk. I mean, these people, it's like $5,000 every time you go in there and they clean the windshield. It's stupid, right? Sometimes rich people are stupid. I didn't get my money by being dumb. I am smart with my money. And I've talked about this ad nauseum on my channel. You can live a wealthy life by using depreciation to get what you want. Never buy a new car. Never. It's dumb. Unless you need to finance a Nissan Altima for $200 a month. You can buy that same car for, a third of it less if you just bought one that was a year old with a few miles on it and still get a warranty. So yeah, this Rolls-Royce is, from 2006, okay? But it still gets the same respect and love everywhere I take it. Everybody loves the car. And, I mean, a new Escalade is going to cost you $120,000 now. So I feel like the price I paid for the car and the amount of enjoyment that I get out of it is a great bargain. It's my dream car. I get to drive it every day. And it's going to continue to depreciate, of course, but not as much. I mean, imagine the guy who paid $400,000 for the car and then sold it for 60. I gotta be honest, some of the richest people I know are some of the cheapest people I know. I mean, I've seen these guys, they have millions of dollars and they're buying generic soda and they, it's weird the things that they'll splurge on. They'll splurge on one particular thing that they might spend a lot of money on, and then they'll buy generic stuff. And I'm that same way, there's just certain things that really have value, and you realize that other things really aren't, be it clothing or fashion or certain things. Like I have a love of watches and pins and things like that, but some of them do have actual value, Like, for instance, when you spend money on an experience, that's something that you only get to enjoy in your memories, right? But there's other things that you buy that they just really aren't worth the money. You buy them and then they're immediately worthless. But there are other things that you buy, like, for instance, a Rolex, right? Like, I'm not bragging, but, I bought this watch for myself for my birthday. And I bought it retail, which I was very lucky to get, and it's about a $6,000 watch. Well, this watch is now selling for almost $15,000 because it's so rare and hard to get in less than a year's time. It was a great investment. I could sell this watch and double my money. So for the most part, things like Rolexes and guns and different stuff, they don't lose their value as much. But something like a brand new Rolls-Royce, well, you're going to spend $500,000 on the car, and then immediately it is worth 20% less instantaneously. And it continues to drop in volume until it gets to about 10% of its volume or its value. And then at another point, it'll start to go back up again as it becomes collectible. So, if there's certain luxury things, and then other times there's things that, listen, this is just what you got to pay for them if you want to have it and enjoy it. That's just the way it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this week's vlog update on what's happening in the life of the House of Vegas, the House of Dallas. And I've got to get caught up on some work. And I think what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to meet with my buddy Jordan, who's working on the car. Not Jordan the Lion, different Jordan. And we're going to decide whether or not we're going to change out all these injectors and all that other stuff. And if we do, we'll get that done. My goal is to take one of my cars, either the Rolls-Royce Phantom or my 74 Dodge Monaco or my Dodge Sprinter van, and take one of those, drive them to Vegas, leave them, and fly back. So I'm happy to take any one of the cars, either the Monaco or the Rolls-Royce or the whatever, and then I'll have a nice daily driver car up there besides the cop car and the other Rolls. I really want to get my Phantom up there, although I do enjoy driving it here. But, that's a great car to have up there. I need to get that van up there because I need to be doing some van stuff with it, being able to go to Home Depot and the furniture store and things like that. But I'm using it here, So, and I can't leave the truck up there because I need it to go back and forth. So the best thing to do is go ahead and take the Rolls up there and leave it. And then when I fly up there, then I got my Rolls to drive around. And that's a great place to have it. So, lot more to finish up there. Got to finish up some painting, get that wall done, and we're going to be moving there to live very shortly. So that's coming. Anyway, more great content coming. If this is your first time watching the channel, some of this might make sense. It's not going to make sense to you. Go back and watch some of my older videos, and it'll all make sense. Just, you'll get caught up. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I'm Videobob.